Lord have mercy. Ja Morant is pulling up to his sister's volleyball game on some gangster tough stuff and allegedly pulling out guns. Pulling out guns at a high school volleyball game. The Grizzlies ain't got no chance. They beat the Warriors last night. Now they got to wake up to some bad news. Ja Morant is under investigation again. Well, he under investigation while he already under investigation for allegedly bringing a gun on the plane. Now we got this situation at his sister's volleyball game, all right? I'm going to break it down. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Now, according to the police, Morant and his associates, and this is this crew of people that he like to bring with him everywhere, all right? They showed up to a high school girls volleyball game after his sister, Jamie Morant, and another student got into an argument in which they called each other the B word, all right? So they said to each other, and somehow Ja found out, so he pulled up. He didn't pull up to support his sister. He pulled up because somebody called her the B word. This is a grown man. Upon arriving at Houston High School in Germantown, Tennessee, Morant and company went up into the bleachers to confront the teenager. Now, I'm assuming the other student is a guy, because I'm hoping he didn't run up in the bleachers on no girl. So maybe a male called his sister the B word. And I can understand being upset. But, you know, look, you Ja Morant. You could have took little buddy to the side outside. You could have took him to the side after the game and be like, hey, bro, that wasn't cool. That's my sister. You know, I'm not going to put my hands on you, but I just want to let you know my sister is protected. That's simple. Or you could have let your dad do that, Ja. But you don't need to bring your crew to check a high school kid because he called your sister the okay? So they ran up in the bleachers to confront the teenager. When cops on the scene tried to calm down the situation, so the police were involved. They tried to calm down the situation. One of the men with Morant slipped past them and charged towards the students. So he got one of his friends, he a hot cannon. He charging at high school students. Ja Morant, NBA superstar, you cannot be doing this. And your friends can't be doing. These are people that shouldn't be around you, brother. And you shouldn't have brought no hothead with you to a high school. So he went charging towards the students, slapping the phone out of the hands of a student who was taking a picture of the situation. Which, you know, I'm kind of with, like, okay, you don't want nobody to record Ja while he at a high school acting up. And I get it. That's cool. But it's a way you handle that. Cause let me tell you where it get worse. This dude ran up to these kids and said, I don't care about none of that. Morant's friend, who presumably is an adult, and I'm going to assume he's an adult too, yelled at a child, I'll beat your ass. You yelled that at a kid while you with your NBA superstar friend? Additionally, one witness claims that the man was about to pull out a gun. Every time I hear something about this nigga, it just get worse and worse. It couldn't have just been an argument. It couldn't have just been a lapse of judgment. Okay, you pull up to the game. No. This nigga gotta bring some. It's guns every time. How many guns do this nigga Ja be around? Now, they said this wasn't corroborated by the cops or any other witness. So it wasn't a lot of people who saw this dude pull out a gun, but it's just one witness who said that he was about to pull out a gun. So that part could be cap, but adding that to everything else Ja Morant got going on, it do not look good. And it gets worse, all right? Because remember, We heard that Ja just ran up in the bleachers, so we ain't hear nothing about a fight. But even though the situation simmered down and everybody was able to leave the gym relatively unscathed, the mother of the student who originally fought with Ja Morant, so I'm assuming the student is the boy who called his sister the B word, well, the mother want to press charges against Ja Morant, and I can't blame her. Because if Ja, a grown man who in the NBA was fighting my son, whether or not my son was in the wrong or not, you a grown man, you shouldn't be fighting my child. I can't even really blame her. And she wanted to press charges against Ja for intimidation and harassment. Ja Morant was investigated for a simple assault and intimidation, but no charges were filed. But this is coming up because this is something else that the NBA is looking at, and that anybody else who's investigating Ja Morant outside of the NBA is also looking at. You have a past, and you have too many situations like this. Too many situations like this. Every day we hearing something new. On top of the Instagram videos, if y'all didn't see my last video about Ja Morant, on Instagram taking bottles to the head, I see some of y'all talking about, oh, it's not illegal to drink. That's not the point. Taking a bottle to the head on Instagram Live while you're an NBA star is not appropriate. And the saddest part was his father was right there. Now, his daddy at the games all the time, and the Alexander McQueens and the Gucci shoes and the Amiri outfits. But your son need a father right now, brother. Stop getting caught up in all the money. Let me know what y'all think about this. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I'm praying for Ja at this point. You know, it's a little, y'all know I like to do the joking and stuff, but at this point, I'm praying for Ja, man. Because to see this kid lose everything he worked so hard for, it would be sad. But the problem is, once he got it, he stopped working. He got the NBA contract, and then he took his eye off the ball. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.